The following program was produced by CTV Community Television.
Are you ready? All right, I'm going to start right now. I'm going to call the meeting to order at 6:30. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving right along to roll call.
Greg.
Here.
Angela here. Sarah. Here. Chris.
Here.
Lisa.
Here.
President accounted for. Agenda approval. We have a correction on item F, board committee and department reports, the permit summaries for February, not January. Under additions, item C, guest speaker, we have Waterworth, who's on the screen, and would like to have Chief Slankster. We would ask him to say a couple words before we get into Waterworth, because he might have to go. He's always on duty. We got some new business items, and I want to make sure we're right at 14. Section H, new business items. 15, request to approve attendance and registration for the treasurer for NCAT certification. Item 16, review and approve reimbursement cost $1,400 associated with damage to the sewer line at 7075 River Road. Item 17, request to approve payment of to KCI for the remainder of costs related to the printing and mailing of the assessments. Item 18, request to approve resolution 2026-06 to the County Road Commission right-of-way maintenance for a permit for lighting. I think, no, wait, what's that one? Oh, that's the right-of-way permit, sorry. Right-of-way maintenance permit. Item 19, request to approve entering into an agreement with the St. Clair County Road Commission for swath mowing. Request to approve, item number 20, request to approve entering into the agreement for the chloride application. In item 21, request to approve entering into the agreement with the Road Commission for the limestone haul. Item 22, request to reimburse our DBW Nick Jarski for attendance to the MRWA Quality Conference. And item 23, request to approve 2026 contract with Leo's Pest Control. Are there any other additions? If not, I'll enter a motion to approve the agenda with the correction and the additions.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. We'll move on to item C. Chief, if you want to come up first. And
Yes. Good evening. Thanks for letting me go quick. I have another meeting to attend, so just wanted to talk a little bit about the station and the truck that's in there. It's our water too. I think I've said it before, it carries 2,000 gallons of water. Since January 1st, that truck has responded 17 times out of the station to either Cottrellville or surrounding areas. 7 of them had been within Cottrellville Township. And just doing a rough estimate of where it's responded from previous calls, we've saved roughly 4-minute response times from coming from the main station in town. Like I said, I got 8 guys that live within a mile of this place, and it's kind of I'm not gonna say a race to get here, but if you don't, you gotta turn around, you gotta go to the other station and grab a different truck. It's been extremely busy since January 1st for us. Just in Cottrellville alone, we've had 7 structure fires. I've spoke with the supervisor on many of them. Some of them small, some of them have been total losses. It's just the time that we got the total losses was later at night, and nobody's seen it right away. And they were pole barns. But other than that, if there's no questions, concerns, we love the building. We're going to be adding some furniture out there here shortly, a desk, and then I'll be speaking with the supervisor about putting a base radio out here. Kind of use it as a second station. If we were to lose power or anything in town, we would be able to come out here and still have radio communications with a base radio.
I'll just say thank you. I'm impressed. I mean, I went to the one fire on Morrow Road, and I really believe that if we didn't have that truck here, that house would have went up too.
Yeah.
And having that truck here and getting to that fire, the siding was completely melted and the windows started to blow out. I mean, I truly believe that the decision that we made was a good one. And I can't thank you guys enough. You guys do an excellent job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys know any young lads? We're looking for applicants. So, we're always looking.
Right.
Try and get some good lads in there for you.
Yep, thank you.
So, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks for letting me go first.
No problem. With that, is there any discussion? If not, I'll move on to Gabe and Jacob with Waterworth. Nope. All right, you guys ready? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Absolutely, loud and clear.
Okay, great. Yeah, thanks for having us. So like Greg said, my name is Jacob. This is Gabe. We're both members of the client success team here at Waterworth. Kind of a quick agenda for today. I'll share my screen. We have a presentation for you. The first one we'll go over like what Waterworth is, what we do, who we are, all that kind of stuff, and then we'll move on to the baseline presentation, which is just, the current financial picture of the city. And then we'll look at some solutions that we've come up with city staff. Is there any questions or anything I should know before I start?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, great. I'll share my screen here. Great. Everybody sees that?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, so Waterworth is a financial forecasting and revenue calibration solution used by hundreds of communities across North America. Our job and what we do is to help you plan financially so there's no surprises, you don't have massive rate increases, to make smart choices about how you invest in your infrastructure. So we do this in a few different ways. We like to do something called a continuous process. So rather than building a rate study or building a rate report that sits static for 4 years, we want to be constantly updating with the most up-to-date information we have, whether that's new capital projects, whatever the new information we got, we want to make sure we're always updating that. We also practice full cost recovery. So we look at everything from capital expenses to operating expenses, debt, and anything that you might need to spend money on. In the water and wastewater funds, we want to make sure we're recouping that through funding strategies. And the last thing we do is we want to communicate the results to various graphs in our tool, and then also do presentations like these. So how we do this is we establish a financial baseline with the city staff, and then we take that, we build out our long-term financial forecast. From that, we can determine our revenue needs and how we're going to pay for everything, and then we can communicate it, refine it, and repeat as we get more information, like I said. Some outcomes from this, I want you to have a clear picture on how the city, the city's financials currently are, to know what the revenue requirements are, and to be confident in the plan that we have going forward, as well as understanding our tool and what we do. So if there's no questions on that, I'll hop on over to our presentation here. So the first thing you're looking at is our operating expenses table. So this is anything like salaries and benefits, contracted services, pretty much all our recurring expenses, things that we're spending money on every single year that are predictable and we can imagine going forward. I have applied 3% growth from 2026 going forward. This is at the advice of city staff, as well as we're trying to incorporate future increased costs of goods, salaries, just overall inflation. So our costs will be growing out into the future. Is there any questions on this first slide?
Nope.
No? Okay, great. I will bump over here. Capital expenses. So the capital expenses will always show up in green in future graphs that you see. This big spike that you see in 2026 is the River Road lateral line. And then we have some capital placeholder, about $50,000 that's growing out into the future. And this is to incorporate things that might come up. Just make sure you have a little bit of money set aside in order to cover some of the capital needs and reinvestment needs for the community going into the future. Down here.
I'll throw this out
Expense.
before you move out. If anybody, because people don't, we haven't really talked about the project yet, so I'll just mention real quick to anybody and who's watching and anybody at home. We've applied for a grant, federal grants, in the amount of $1.4 million to replace the lateral lines along River Road so that everybody has their own lateral line from the main. We have about 100 houses. Several houses run off of 1 2-inch lateral line. Everybody's got low water pressure. They break. They're 70 years old. They need to be replaced. So we're gonna have to match $353,000 of that, but chances are very good that we're going to get a $1.4 million grant. If we don't, we'll have to revisit this next year and look at the rates, because we may have to take out bonds for that. But right now, we've got our fingers crossed that we're in good shape on this federal grant. So that's what that big peak is. If we get that, we can do those lateral lines all at once instead of doing one a year at a cost of, I don't know, $10,000, $15,000 a home. So with that, I'll let you take back over. We didn't really talk much about the lateral lines to the public yet, but go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. The next section I have here is debt expense. So this is all just our current debt expense. The city did pay off a big chunk of our future debt service in 2026. That's why you don't see it reoccurring over time. And again, that's the reason for the big peak in 2026. So when you take all those graphs and put them together, you get the city's revenue requirements, not only historically what they've been, but then looking out into the future, what we're going to need to be funding through rates, grants, debt, anything like that. This is our revenue requirements. Switching over to projected revenues, at the bottom you'll see is labeled sales service, that yellow color or orange color. That is the actual sale of water to the consumers. That's our rate revenue. And then kind of going from the bottom up, we have a little bit of other operating revenues, some developer contributions, some non-operating revenue. And then that blue bar you see that's in 26, that's a grant that Greg just spoke about, the $1.4 million grant. We're going to be receiving in 2026 for the River Road project. So again, this is status quo without any increases in it. Our cash position at $395 for 2026, and then due to a mixture of expenses and revenues, we see the drop in 2027. Then it starts decreasing year over year after that. So we look at this all together, you can see the full financial picture of the city, and this is including the grants and the expenses we have in the background. So whenever you're looking at this graph, bars in the foreground revenues, area graph in the background are expenses, and you can see in the years as we get farther out, our expenses start to outpace our revenues. Thus, we see the decline in cash position. Any questions on the status quo before I go over to the proposed solutions?
Anybody?
Does it all make sense?
Nope, you're good. Go, keep going.
Oh, all right on. So the proposed solution is a 5% increase this year, 5% increase next year, followed by 3% increases to keep up with inflation. So that 5% increase would keep our cash position, or the 5%, I should say, will keep our cash position growing healthy into the future, and not only be able to meet our operating expense needs, but also give us some flexibility for any surprises or avoiding those emergency rate hikes like I talked about earlier. Now I know Greg just said that we're applying for the grants, we're trying to get the grants to pay for this. The good news is with these increases, even if we have to take on debt for this, we're still able to cover the debt expense and the principal and interest payments that would be associated with that, just with a little bit less flexibility if there is some capital needs that come up, but still able to pay off and complete that project. Okay, if there's no questions, I'll hop over to wastewater. And again, don't be shy. If you have anything or you want me to stop anytime, just raise your hand or yell, and I can stop and answer any questions. So we'll go and we'll look at sewer. So again, we have similarly our operating expenses on the bottom, capital expenses on top, and then our revenues going across in bars. And then you see our cash position dropping down. So with the 12%, that gets us, as you can see, in 27, the cash position gets pretty low in comparison to where it has been. 12% bumps us up to a spot where we can start earning more money and getting more money into the fund in order to help pay for, again, our operating expenses, but also any capital needs that there are. And then followed by 5% and 3% after that gives us some flexibility on capital reinvestment, as well as maintaining the fund as it is and get the cash position into a healthier place.
Beautiful. Sounds good.
Okay, Okay. If there's no questions or comments, that's all I have to present on today. But please, if there's any questions or anything in the future, anything else you'd like to know, Greg's got my email. You can hand it out to any of the other members there, and we can deal with that then. But if that's everything, then thank you very much for having us, and Greg, we'll meet soon.
Any questions? All right, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Okay.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, thanks for having us.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. Do we want to discuss any of that now, or do we want to wait till we get to that?
Yeah, I think we can wait till we get to
Okay.
that item. So that presentation is related to, new business item, which one is it?
One.
Oh, it is, number 1.
So let me get through the other stuff.
Right.
Discuss that.
I had a quick question though. Mike from Yo and Yo, is he down as like a guest? Is he down as a guest speaker, or are we waiting until number 12 when we?
12.
Yeah.
We'll
Do
zip
we
through
want to
this.
Mm-hmm.
maybe like bump him up so the poor guy doesn't have to sit here all evening long and maybe?
Are you all right? You got a few minutes?
I'm good. I'm glad I got to see this because I got some questions for you guys later.
Okay.
Great. And
Yeah,
then-
you needed to hear that, because
Yeah.
now you know why, what
Are
we're
you
doing.
planning on leaving before the end of the
I'll head
meeting?
out after you go through my part.
Because I have a stack of papers for you. They were given to us by the previous,
Oh.
by the other auditors, financial, paper, the whole stack that UHY sent us. I made a
I
copy
didn't
for
even
him.
send it. Okay.
So I have a stack of stuff, working papers that they gave us that you guys might want to look over and see,
Okay.
depending on decisions made tonight. So,
We'll zip through these real quick. We'll go through the, item D, the consent agenda. Item number 1, approval of the Township Board minutes, the regular meeting Wednesday, February 11th. B, special meeting Wednesday, February 18th. C, special meeting Wednesday, March 4th. Approval of the treasurer reports, there are none. Approval of the clerk's reports, item A, revenue and expenditure report for February. Approval of paychecks and payroll for February, for a net total of $22,329.79. Item C, approval of accounts payable, 0 open to be paid, $236,405.77 already paid. Item 3, we had 800 and what's that?
hey, go ahead.
$871,583.54 in tax disbursements, for a grand total of $1,107,989.31. Correspondence, we had Chief Sangster here just a minute ago, but and I think he kind of told us the rundown, but there was 42 total runs out of the fire station, and we had 7, 8, 9, 12, 13 total. Since January, like you said, we had 7 structure fires since January, but that's that. And then we have a letter from Georgia Pelham, who sits on the County Planning Commission. She asked me to read, so I'm going to read this real quick. It's addressed from Georgia Pelham, on Mosen Road. She dated February 19th. Dear Supervisor Abby, I just finished watching the Township Board meeting of February 11th, 2026. During this meeting, a Township Board member stated that no one from St. Clair County Metro Planning Commission is from here. I need to correct this. I have been seated on the St. Clair County Metro Planning since 2017 and am a longtime Cottrellville resident. I previously sat on our Cottrellville Township Planning Commission for almost 15 years. In addition, I was a charter graduate of MSU's Extension's Master Citizen Planner program and held that certification for years. I still receive and read materials from Michigan Association of Planners to keep up to date. I am pleased to represent the southern end of St. Clair County and review with added interest all submissions to St. Clair County Metro Planning from our area. Additionally, Kara Schrader, a senior planner for 20 years at St. Clair County Metro Planning, is a Marine City resident, so is also familiar with our area. I appreciate the time and effort put in by residents who sit on our boards. This is not always an easy task, and sometimes making what amount to legal decisions on behalf of the township is not simple nor popular, but regardless needs to be done responsibly. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance. Sincerely, Georgia Pelton. Thank you for that letter, Georgia. And I'll apologize on behalf of the board for any comments that were made in contrary to the truth. So with that, is there any questions on the consent agenda? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve this consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to item E, public comment. Anyone wishing to address the board regarding agenda items may do so now. I'll open that up at 6:50. If no one has any items on the agenda, I will close that at 6:50. Moving on to the board committee and department reports. We've got the building officials report. Total of 12 permits, for a total of 53,2882. Any questions on the building department report? If not, we'll move on to unfinished business.
It's in your addition packet.
I see Mr. Treadway is here, so item number 1 is a follow-up on discussion and board directive requirements with Mr. Treadway regarding Joe's Garage.
Greg, you have the full packet of pictures. I only made certain copies.
Okay.
It's just
Nick
to save
went out this
paper.
morning, Nick and I went and talked with Mr. Treadway last week. Was it last week, Joe, or was it Monday? It was last week. And, we went over some things, because he still doesn't have an approved site plan. The board voted to send this to the attorney for action on nuisance per se. There's at least 2 items still left to complete before I can send this back in front of the planning commission for Mr. Treadway to try and get a site plan.
What are the 2 items?
What's that?
What are the 2 items?
Well, I see at least the gate and the dumpster enclosure. So, if you wanna come up to the podium, because if they have any questions, you wanna come up to the podium, Joe. On my last visit, we discussed the cars in the main parking lot. We had some issues with tow trucks dumping cars off in the end of his driveway. He has a lot of vehicles parked out front. We kind of laid it out for him that that parking lot needs to be clear for tow trucks to drop them off in his parking lot in those parking spaces, and any vehicles that need to be repaired should be in the back part with the gate blocking that at night at the very least.
So the gate's gonna be at night?
You and I discussed, you said you weren't gonna open and close the gate every time a car came in, but I would expect that gate to be closed and that parking lot to be clear of vehicles that need to be repaired in the evening.
It is.
It looks like you made significant progress. You got rid of some of the other vehicles. You've got most of the stuff from the front of the building that was leaning up against the building. I can't tell what that is next to the vestibule outside. But,
As of Friday, everything's gone.
what's that?
As of Friday, everything's gone.
Okay.
As of Friday. what do you
As
mean?
Friday,
So these pictures were taken yesterday,
okay.
No,
And what is that?
they were taken this morning.
this morning.
Okay, what is that?
So,
So there's trash still out there, or whatever it looks like bags of trash to me, sitting by the front door. There's a ladder leaning against the building, so there's stuff right here.
Those are my recycled bins.
There's stuff and a ladder leaning against the backside of the building.
Yeah.
There's, still.
I have a contractor currently
There's
working
still
with the land.
stuff to the side, on the outside of the fence, on this side of your property, right there.
That is not right.
we discussed that trailer. I didn't know if you had attempted to try and get that out yet.
No, that's just, well,
It's
you know,
still
that's-
flooded?
That's, yeah, it's flooded.
Is the intention to remove that trailer?
If, sure.
Because
I'm
it
open.
it looked like it had construction equipment in it. That's why it's just questionable.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions for Joe?
I do. Seeing the picture of the dumpster brought it back to my memory. Were you able to get my deputy a copy of your
I'm going to.
garbage contract so we can, because if not, I can't take that off the
I understand
tax bill.
that. I do have it on my desk.
Okay.
I contracted the township's refuge service.
Okay.
We can't come to really an agreement, so I'm going to comply with the enclosure on the dumpster.
Now-
You got a cubic feet for me, the amount of cardboard that I generate, I will have about 7 to 12 cans, or more than 6 cubic feet. Okay, so I'm going back to the dumpster.
Okay. All right, yeah, just give me a copy of it,
Yeah,
so I
that-
can get that
yeah,
off your tax
okay.
bill, so it doesn't roll
Right.
into a whole other year with that.
Okay.
Can you, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks better. We're almost there, Joe.
Oh.
I got the planning, the current planning chair is here, so he's watching what I'm
Him
doing.
and I worked
They
for
made
10
a
years together, I'm
decision.
familiar with lamps.
You're close.
Okay.
Can you give me a definite time frame when these last items will be completed? I
So
mean,
the
and stick
dumpster-
to it.
The dumpster and the ladder?
No, we got the gate.
Okay. You're
And then the dumpster.
Right in the, okay, the gate is probably gonna be, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Okay, you and I talked, and Nick talked about that. That gate, okay, if it's gonna be 25 foot wide, I assume that gate is gonna be right in the road easement.
Well, and that's if you do one solid gate that slides out, but we talked about if you move that one car that's sitting there, you should be able to put a fence and be able to get one car in there
It
and
won't
slide
work.
that
It
in.
won't work.
What's
I
that?
was out there, had the contractor out there, I could have, he could talk to you, it's not gonna work. That gate is not gonna work.
Well, ultimately, no gate, no go.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have a gate.
I got people on the river road that got fences that never hit.
It doesn't matter.
They're not a business.
It's not you. We're talking to you right now.
Okay,
And this has been ongoing
okay.
for years.
Okay, when you approved my fence permit, it never said, we never talked about a gate.
But your original fence permit, that was all enclosed anyway.
It was never
If I remember
closed.
correctly,
You
am I wrong? It was all
approved
supposed to be
you
enclosed.
approved the fence.
It
But-
was supposed to be enclosed. So when you fence something in,
It
you
wasn't-
have a gate on a fence. That is the way a fence is. It's 4 solid sides. If one of those sides happens to be the building, that's fine. Then that means the other 3 sides are completely closed
There will be.
at least part of the time. If you have a gate in there and the gate is left open for part of the time, fine. But there has to be a complete enclosure, gate included. No gate, no go.
So, with the dumpster pad and some kind of gate, you said you met with a contractor. We'll have to figure out a gate, but I need a time frame. What do you need for this board to tell me not to do what they've already told me to do? I need to know a time, and then they can, if they agree to
I
it.
can put the enclosure around the dumpster, that's not an issue, okay? The gate is an issue. You got a guy right across the street that's got a fence, says a fence. He doesn't have a gate on the front of his driveway going to his building.
Again, that's not you. That was not what was approved for you.
My original site plans did not say anything about, said fence around 3 sides. Greg and I talked about this, the former supervisor talked about this. I just found out about the gate a few
But what
months.
was approved by the planning commission and our building official was an enclosure, enclosed.
Okay.
Enclosed means closed. That's it. There is no other
It can be done.
option.
I was there. A gate can easily be put in, and it's not that it's difficult.
I mean, to be honest with you, the way you put in this fence, you did it to yourself. If you had created this fence in a different manner,
Okay, I'm
there
making
would have
suggestions.
been.
What- you
Well,
wanna
I
draft it?
honestly haven't walked the property. I can't say.
Okay.
And I am obviously not a contractor.
What?
But from the pictures that I see, the enclosed portion is awkward. It's awkward. If you had done it differently, there would have been better options. I'm
There's
sure.
3 easements there already to deal
From the
with.
corner of the building to
Okay.
there.
I have the
There's plenty of
township
room.
property.
And
If you
we
use
all,
that
when we
car,
put
you can have a
fences on our
swinging
property,
gate
have
where you can
easements
pull
to
cars
deal
into
with.
the
How
back.
many feet is from there to there?
Oh, it's gotta be 50 feet.
Okay.
So like a 50-foot gate?
No.
Or you're gonna
He would
fill
only,
this in?
It is a
what I'm
50
saying is he
it is a
could put
50-foot
a
gate.
post here, put a fence there, put a swinging gate here and swing it right there by moving that car. He loses one spot back there for a gate. And he can
A swinging
easily
gate
drive
won't
a car right around there.
A swinging gate won't work.
Why not?
What's the size of the swinging gate?
Can you do a
You can do
sliding
it,
gate?
you can do
A
it.
sliding gate, yes. A sliding gate would work. So if I put a sliding gate here and you pick a number, whatever you want to do, if it's 20 foot, the gate has to go 20 feet. If it goes this way here, it's going to be in the road easement.
Well,
There's
the-
20
the-
feet there.
It doesn't really matter. However you figure it out,
I haven't figured it out yet.
that's not
Okay.
up to us.
Lance, let's hear what you have to say.
Can we do a partial swinging gate and a partial sliding gate? Do a swinging gate on one side, whatever it needs to make up the compensation of, and then do a swinging gate on the other, or a sliding gate on the other side. To take care of the issue. I haven't looked at it, Joe, I'm just.
Well, you can come by. I'm open for suggestions. That's what I'm here for. I will work with you. I'll make your job easier. But it physically, I had the fence guy there at 25 and Grass come by there. He said, the gate, you go by the stone yard, okay, sinker aggregate, they got a 50-foot gate. Perfect example, just like this. Okay, it has to go back 30 feet. It's gonna be in the road easement. The other way it won't. I have to knock a hole in my wall, so it goes through the wall.
We have another meeting on the 31st. right?
Lance, if you wanna come by, you've been with that.
Lance, are you willing to go out there with me and Nick and kind of look at it and see what we can come up with and help him? Because if that's the last stumbling block I see. If he can get that gate in and he can keep those cars in the back that are being repaired, then I'd be satisfied. If the board would be satisfied, I would be satisfied with that. I don't know if you've seen these, if you want to look at the pictures here and see what today's progress looks like.
I would like just confirmation. I don't want to set him up for failure. And so that's why, like, if we could get a contractor, or you guys, you said you already walked it, right?
Yeah, there's an option. You could have a swinging gate here, or you could even have a sliding gate here. I mean, there's probably 40 feet, and then have this as a swinging gate. This whole thing doesn't need to open up.
So what
I have a
Lance was saying,
quick
so like
question.
the slide, if you do like a swing here and a sliding here, that should work to be able to open it up enough to get.
Sliding and a swinging gate won't work. We're either gonna have a sliding gate, okay? Yeah, I even tried, the contractor even said maybe we could go both ways. Okay, then I compromised going through the side of the building.
How wide of a gate do you need to get a car, to get cars back there?
Well, I have a quick question that goes into all of why there's so many cars. How many people do you have working for you?
I have 5,
5 people working for you?
yes.
So how many cars can those 5 people work on at one time?
Depends on the workload, depends on the nature, the business. Oh, you know,
I don't quite understand
Okay, the one-
why there's so many cars.
How many cars are there?
Well, if you.
I'm allowed 1 car per 100 square feet of, that's a township
I mean,
ordinance.
I can see probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in the back behind the fence here. Outside of the fence, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cars.
5 of those are employees' cars. Okay, if you go by there today, I was gonna take a picture and I should have. There's 4 cars out front. Okay,
So you got more of
So-
those cars that were out front out of the way.
everything's gone, yeah.
So, that many, I mean, if you only have 4
Can I
cars.
explain a little situation how my business works? Okay, you bring me your car for me to look at it, okay? You bring your car, I diagnose it, what it is. There's a unbelievable amount of trying to order parts. So your car comes there, you choose not to drive it, or you can't drive it because of the situation of the car. So I pull your car out and I set it outside. I order the parts. I call you and I tell you, okay, your parts came in, I start working on your car. I had 2 Hummers that were in my driveway for 7 weeks. General Motors, first of all, five of my parts suppliers do not make the part anymore. General Motors doesn't make the part anymore. They show it in the book, I could not get it. I finally contacted a guy that works on boats. He puts shortwave radios in, he built me a resistor, I put it on, both of the cars were gone in 3 days.
Okay,
I have a car right now in my back lot, and when I talked about this, I moved it in the back. The part is temporarily not available, it's coming out of China. We're looking at 16 weeks before I get the part.
okay.
It's behind the
So I
fence,
think
just
what
like
he's
he
trying
asked
to
me.
say is that's why he has so many cars there, because he might
That
have
is correct.
a couple of cars sitting there for 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time waiting for parts that's not drivable. I mean, that happens with any car.
I
Thank
can
you.
understand
Thank
that to a degree, but then at some point you need to tell people, hey, don't bring me your car yet.
That's what I did. I started a brand new program with my 3 towing
Because if
companies.
the car's gonna sit there anyway, let it sit at home. That way it's not causing you problems.
I understand it. That is one of my issues I've had for 10 years, okay? You bring it in, do you want it, you have your car towed to my shop. I tell you, it's gonna be 4 weeks to get the part. Do you agree to have it towed for $150 to my shop and then $150 back to your house and let it sit at your house and then pay another $150 to bring it back to my shop?
Well,
That's what the issue is.
the point is
I understand what the point is.
you were supposed to, your original plan was enclosing much more area for car storage in the back. And 4 years went by and you didn't close any of it, so now and whatever excuses, now we've got a condensed area, so you may only be able to fit 10 cars back there, where maybe the original plan, you would be able to fit 25 cars back there. Now you can't do that.
Alright,
So now you have to adjust your business model based on that.
And I do.
how much of this does he owe? Or own?
All of it.
Okay,
And that
what
fence,
happens?
because this is where the gas line runs, and that was his excuse that he couldn't put the berm there because of the gas line, but that's 20 feet off, and then he could have put it along the building and included all that,
What happens if you put a gate here,
and add more fencing.
add another driveway out, and you have an in on one side, so you can make this gate smaller over here.
Yeah,
You have an in on the one side, and it's basically a circle around your building and out on the other side.
So basically.
Then you don't have to have the gate so big to get cars in and out all the time.
I'm just as shocked. The gate, we did something for the gate, I mean, okay.
If the gate is the issue, we're looking for solutions.
So am I. That's why I got a contractor. I'm gonna let them talk to you.
okay.
Because I have no,
I'm gonna set up a time with Lance
Sure.
and Nick and me, and we're gonna come back out.
Maybe you should,
As long as the
maybe you
board-
should set it up too, so that the contractor meets you out.
Yeah, and I'll let you know when that is, so that the
Sure,
contractor
absolutely.
will call you.
Absolutely.
You tell the contractor when to be there, and we'll come out there and discuss it. Is the board okay with that? This is unfinished business anyway? We don't, okay, that'll be the plan. I have one other question.
Yes.
You're supposed to bring us some kind of eviction papers for the person that you said that you're evicting out of your house, the other house on River Road. Why all the stuff is piling up there again. Did you
That's
ever
correct.
bring in the eviction
I
papers?
didn't bring it. I will follow up on that.
Can you bring them tomorrow?
I will see.
What's that?
I will see.
You don't have them? I mean, do you have an attorney handling it?
Yes, it's attorney.
Can you have the attorney call me?
Yes, I will.
Have the attorney call me.
Absolutely.
Okay. With that, Joe, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
We'll come out and we'll continue working forward on this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Motion to continue to table.
Motion to continue talks. Do I have a motion to continue, allow me to continue working with Lance, Nick, and myself
So we will,
and his contractor to resolve this situation?
I'll make the motion.
so
Good.
motion to table indefinitely until, like, give me a time frame. Give me a.
2 months. Give it 2 months. We'll bring it back up in 2 months. So we got
Motion to table until.
May.
May's meeting, when we will follow and discuss.
That gives us plenty of time. That gives us 2 months to figure it out, Joe.
Okay.
You have
I made a motion.
Sarah.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by saying aye? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2, follow-up request and the review the approved estimate for electrical service to remove old lighting and replace with current technology LED fixtures. We're gonna hold off on that discussion until next month. So I need a because we'll do that under the new budget. I did confirm that the price should be the same. So can I have a motion to table item number 2?
I'll make that motion.
Do it, table item number 2 till next month's meeting. I have a motion from Sarah. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Don't everybody second at once.
Yeah.
I'm writing.
All in favor by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Item number 3 was the follow-up on discussion related to the Council on Aging request for funding.
I did a little research on that. I can talk to it a little bit, but I was able to find out some of the financials. Council on Aging is a larger part through St. Clair County, obviously. The request was for funds for the Washington Life Center specifically. So they don't really separate out their financials based on each center themselves, but the financials for Council on Aging, like this here is 2004's financials. Sorry, too many pages here. So they had income of about $8 million. I don't know how much of that goes to the Council on Aging. And then their expenses, one more page there.
Officer wages.
Their expenses
They're about
were
$8 million.
About $8 million. So, I mean, financially, it appears, in my opinion, that they, they are managing to. I know they probably want financial assistance to increase what they offer to their to everyone, but are they going to not survive if we don't? That's
Sarah, did you ever figure out if the check that you write from the township, if any of it goes to them?
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. That's the majority. If you look at the first page, the top line there, the majority of their
Contributions.
is grants and contributions from the total grants right here. So, this doesn't really say whether or not, as a
How much?
board, we feel, our generosity and whatever, but we did have a question as to what kind of financial,
Where it came from and how they
Right.
get it. Up until last year, we always did $500. $500 isn't gonna make or break the township.
sorry, here's the financials that came from the government.
Yeah, they got $5,724,000 in grants from the government. And then gifts, contributions of $1.5 million. So, I'll leave it up to you guys. If somebody wants to make a motion to enter into the contract for services for our residents with a contract amount of $500, I'll entertain that motion. If nobody's makes a motion, then the motion just dies.
They have 8 times the amount of revenue a year than we have in our general fund, and our taxpayers already pay a senior millage that goes to them. So I'm not making that.
We have a resident here who actually kind of had said that she uses the facility. Ellen, you want to talk? Can you tell us what they offer at the facility that you use?
Well, I'm not doubting that they don't offer
No,
wonderful
no.
services, but I already write a check to them every single
Tax
year
season.
and give them money that is a millage that all the taxpayers are paying on. So
Okay.
I just don't agree with, if anyone wants to personally go donate to them, great, but I have people in here crying every day that they can't afford their taxes. And so it's not our generosity, it's the taxpayers' generosity, and
No,
I just don't agree.
I get it, I get
You
it.
pay a membership fee if you, and I understand it went down to 15, it used to be $25 for the year. So you have a little card, you swipe it and go in.
So you guys, as a member of the community, still pay a fee even though you also pay a tax assessment to them as well?
Yes.
Interesting.
Plus you pay for every time you use something, or even if you're gonna walk the halls, you pay it out, or it's,
Then they must have changed that because it didn't used to be like that.
that's how it is. You
Yeah.
pay every time you use a facility or anything.
Yep, it depends on what you wanna do. Some things are like $3, some things are $2. It just depends on what you're doing.
And lunch
but-
is less than $5. I know several couples that go there, and I haven't been the last few years. I used to go over there and play cards. I know that the Dulcimers, they practice down at the other end, has the desk, and they have places where they can build puzzles, and they have fundraisers. There's a lot of, and they have a workout room, and I have a niece who's in her 60s who just said that they had advice. They would help you setting up things you need to do
Trust.
for your monies and stuff. To me, it's a lot of good, and that $500 that we used to give them many years ago doesn't seem like a lot of money compared to like.
But like I said, we're already writing them a check every month. You're paying them, and their top earners all make like $150,000 a year. Their employees.
They should be donating to us.
So I mean, like I said, their revenue alone is 8
Most
times
things
the
run by the
amount.
government tend to be like that.
What's she saying?
Most forms
Most
of
things
government.
run by the government
Yeah.
tend to be like that, your top earners. So,
Well, if I don't have a motion, then it dies on the floor. With no motion, we'll take it off of old business and move on to new business. Item number 1, request to approve resolution R 2026-02, a resolution to establish rates related to the water and sewer services. We put out these rates, I don't know, did you guys see them? We talked about it just now on the PowerPoint presentation. It's a very slow climb out of where we're at, to be honest with you. We're going to be in debt the first year. This doesn't immediately turn it around and all of a sudden we're completely solvent. It's gonna take the couple of rate increases that are listed on this to get us back on solid footing. 7-10 years ago, we had close to $1 million in reserve funds. Constant overages and deficit spending over the last 7 years have put us where we're at today. The other communities that we get our water from have raised their rates. We managed to save an extra $65 a quarter fee on some meter fees on the Marine City District. We capped them, they wanted to raise it 2, we got it at 1.5. These rates are really modest compared to what the other communities did raise theirs by. We're talking 75 cents, 70, 80 cents a year on the usage rate, and the base rate's a couple bucks a year. The sewer rate really hit us hard this year. We had to do 12%. They raised us from $50,000 a quarter to $68,000 a quarter, which is an extra $68,000 a year. And that puts us in deficit. And that we're still in deficit this year, about $92,000. But by the second year, that increase will cover that, and we'll start building again. And even if we had to take bonds out for the lateral line project on River Road, these increases will cover that project if needed. But like I say, we're counting on the grants. We're gonna go for more grants if we have to. Are there any questions on the water rate increases? I mean, we beat it to death. Everybody knew it was coming. Nobody likes it. So if there's no other questions on that, I will entertain a motion to approve resolution R 2026-02.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. No, go ahead. You can second.
Who was it? I'm sorry.
Me.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 2, request to approve resolution R 2026-03, a resolution to establish the salary of the township clerk. The salary will be $29,500. Small increase. Do I have a motion to approve resolution R 2026-03? If
I'll
not,
make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 3, request to approve resolution R 2026-04, a resolution to establish the salary of the township treasurer, same increase, $29,500. Any questions, any discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution R 2026-04.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor by roll call vote?
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 4, request to approve resolution R 2026-05, a resolution to establish the salary of the township treasurer. Smaller increase, $1,000 increase to $30,500.
Supervisor.
Isn't it the supervisor?
What's that?
Supervisor.
What did you?
What did I say?
Treasurer.
Oh, supervisor. Yeah, that'd be my increase, township supervisor. I'll entertain a motion to approve the resolution R 2026-05.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why are they different percentages? Like
What's
what-
that?
The dollar amounts that you decided on, why are they different
It's
percentages?
$1,000 for each of them.
Okay, so you did a flat rate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wait, what?
For these particular ones, the percentage is for the,
The percentage is
For
for
the
the
hourly?
hourly.
Okay.
So, yeah, because the percentages for the hourly, we just did flat rates on the elected's pay. The elected's pay actually, the increase should be more, we're about 22% less than the surrounding communities.
So are you gonna do compensation committee?
Yes, the compensation committee can only meet in odd number of years.
Okay.
So they will meet in January of next year.
27.
We have 4, I think we've appointed 3, I've got 2 more to appoint as soon as I get the confirmation on that. So, yeah, I mean, these are just typical things. The supervisor's salary hasn't been raised since, I think, 2012. So, everybody knows that most of I donate most of mine back anyway, so. But to stay in line with everything else. So I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution R 2026-05. Did we have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
now you do.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote?
Greg?
Abstain.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 5, request to approve payment of invoice 25-040-10 and 25-057-7 payable to McKenna for professional services related to the master plan and planning commission advising for the total amount of $3,020. I think that puts us up to almost 70% paid on that. Where is that? There's McKenna.
Right here, 76%.
76%. So actually, I've over budgeted for them in this year's budget, so we're close to finishing them up. Do I have a motion to approve that payment?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So for the variance on the property, why did the township pay for that?
For the
Why-
what?
Why didn't the homeowner pay for the variance?
What variance?
The variance review?
They did.
Oh, okay.
They would have, it went into the planning commission fees that were charged, and then it just comes out and it covers that, whereas that, which charge is it?
It's on -7, it's right here. No.
The ZBA review?
Top one. The variance review.
Oh, the variances? Yeah, they each paid $900 for those.
I see.
So, the three,
Properties,
the
right?
reviews for the
Uh-huh.
rezonings, each paid $900, so it covers that.
I see.
So, yeah, any kind of site review, I mean, we might have to adjust some of those for different kinds of site plan reviews, they charge a little more, but right now they're charging us by the hour instead of by the job. So that's kind of why we approved that contract that way last year. So, yeah, the fees more than cover that. So, did I have a motion?
No.
Do I have a motion to approve paying McKenna?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please?
Greg,
Yes?
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes?
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 6, request to approve payment of invoice 120611 payable to Kirk Huth, Lang and Badalamenti PLC for legal services rendered January 2025 for the total amount of $2,191.25. Pretty good year there. Do I have a motion to approve payment of that invoice?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg.
Yes.
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes?
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 7, request to approve payment of invoice 0185-0012-0 payable to Anderson, Eckstein, and Westrick, Inc. for engineering services regarding the Shortcut Park Drive second entrance for the total amount of $2,080. That put up, how close are we to being done on that? I think
90% complete.
90%, so yeah, I know they're applying for the permit, and then we can send that out for bid.
Okay.
Do I have a motion to approve payment to AEW?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes?
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 8, request to approve payment to St. Clair County Clerks Association 2026 annual dues in the amount of $50. Annual dues. I'll make a motion to pay the Clerks Association for the 2026 annual dues. Do I have a second?
I second.
Oh, no, you seconded mine. Go ahead.
Sure.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes?
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. I wasn't sure if we were gonna have discussion on that one or not, and we don't. Item number 9, request to adopt ordinance 02A-2026, an ordinance to amend in part the Township of Cottrellville, Michigan zoning ordinance, which was adopted August 31st, 1970, is amended by amending the official zoning map to rezone certain property. That's the last requirement on the 3 rezonings that we approved last month. Any questions, any discussion on the new ordinance? Basically, the ordinance just amends the map.
Yep.
If there's no discussion, I'll entertain a motion to adopt that ordinance.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes?
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 10, request to approve payment of the CWSRF project 5749-01, the semi-annual interest payment due March 25th in the amount of $29,136.24. That's the sewer project, the sewer relining project. Do I have a motion to pay that payment?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Don't fight over it now.
We can-
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 11, review of the request for funding of the street lighting agreement for the proposed roundabout located at Shea Road and at Starville Road. The road commission, I've got a meeting on Friday for the pre-construction project. This is just for the lighting. If you look at the contract, we don't pay the $4,000 fee. That's the cost for the lights and the installation. We are just agreeing to pay the lighting bill, which goes from $468 or $98.
Estimated total annual lamp charges, is that what we're looking at?
Yes,
$953.64. What happens if we say no?
Then the lights don't go there?
I don't know, I'm assuming they're gonna throw it on our light bill anyway.
Right,
Sarah had
do
a
we even
que-
get a choice?
I did have a question though about, in the contract, it says, does the requested customer lighting design meet the IESNA recommended practices, and no is marked?
The reason for that is the IESNA recommends 8 lights per intersection.
What?
Yeah,
That seems like a lot of lights.
8 lights per intersection, 1 on each side of the street at each intersection at a 4-way stop. That's the recommended practices. This is a roundabout. They're going to, basically we have 1 light there right now that we pay $468 or $498 a year for lighting there. They're going to add 3 lights, but when I say add 3 lights, they're going to get rid of the light that's there and they're going to put 4 brand new lights. They're LED lights, they're paying for the lights, they're paying for the installation. So we're getting 4 lights instead of 1 at twice the yearly rate. So it's only 900 and something a year estimated for the LED light instead of $468 times 4. So we're getting 2 extra lights for the cost of what it would cost us to add the same light we have there now.
So this isn't in addition to the other, this is in addition to the other one? right?
No, this is in place of the 468 we pay now. It's basically doubling to 953.64, and we're getting 4 lights instead of 1.
Okay. Okay.
So I just need approval to agree to this contract, or I need a motion to allow me to sign this contract.
I will make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please?
Greg,
Yes.
Angela, yes, Sarah,
Yes.
Lisa,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 12, review a proposal from Yo for audit services. I got it right. I'll let Sarah kind of,
Well,
yeah.
We'll let him come up. This is Mike. He is the auditor who we have spoken with. Angela and I have had a phone interview with him, and then we've met up in person. We've discussed our concerns, and he pretty much met all of them. I think our biggest concerns were just communication and whatnot, and I think it's gonna be a good working relationship.
Good, that's
Well,
fine. Yeah.
give a little background in case Lisa, because Chris and Lisa weren't kind of in on this. When we got the bill from UHY, they give you a letter of engagement. They gave it to us, and they've had it, and it's the same letter of engagement. It's $25,000 a year. Well, last year, or this last audit, ended up being closer to 50,000. I think it was 45,000 something. And there was things that we could have done to prevent that, but they didn't inform us of that. They didn't share that with us. They didn't ask us, hey, do you guys want to do this? It's just filling out a form. And then we got charged a little bit, quite a bit extra money for it. Not that they did a bad job, but anyway, that's the gist of why we looked into a new account, or a new audit firm. I'll let you take it over from there if they have any questions.
Sure. So I'm Mike Rolka, principal with Yo-No CPAs. I do almost all municipal audits, a lot of townships, cities, counties, that sort of thing. Hearing authorities as well. I prefer to be as transparent as possible because I'll be honest, I hate it when I have to send my clients extra bills because that's not what's in the engagement. If those happen, we'll have a conversation before the work is incurred or to give you guys the opportunity to do the work. I think, as I understand, that was the primary issue with your past auditor. And then I did have one question. Do you have a stack of papers you want to give me, or?
If we.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yes,
sure.
there's information that, was provided to us from them, I think, might be interesting for you to look at.
Okay, yeah, and I guess with that, I provided a 5-year quote. You have in front of you, I believe, what the current year's engagement letter would look like. Happy to answer any questions.
Was that included in here?
I think it was. I do want to mention one other thing based on some of the grants you guys are going for. You will need, if you spend over $1 million a year in federal funds, that will trigger a separate audit. That is not included in my quote. Because as we talked, you said
Yeah,
there
we
were
didn't
no
talk about
federal
that,
funds,
did we?
so that will be a different discussion. So I just want to be clear on that.
Absolutely.
Well, that's if we get it.
Yeah.
I got my
Well,
fingers crossed. Got people in Washington busting their butt.
Okay. Yeah, well, hopefully you do. So,
Hope we get it too, man, we need it.
is that through Eagle?
Yeah, it'll be through the Clean Water Revolving
Okay.
Fund.
I've done a lot of those single audits too, so
I think we have one of the best shots at getting it because, you know, they're hot on paying for the lead line replacement. We do have some of those that are possibly lead lines.
they've also been kicking out a lot of ARPA funds still. They're trying to get spent up. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, it's, I know our legislators are out there fighting for us right now, so,
Okay.
you know, as they are with the other communities, but, yeah, I mean, put a lot of effort. I went and met with some people in Washington DC last summer. and-
Oh.
So I've been working on this for a while.
Good. Well, they kick out money like anything, so $1 million shouldn't be anything for them.
Yeah.
Happy to answer any questions though.
So we had the different year plans, like if we agreed to the 5-year, what was it?
Yeah, so I gave you a 3 and a 5 year. I don't think that my initial proposal was included in the agenda packet. I did look at the agenda packet. It just has the
So we did the
sample
5-year.
engagement. You said you prefer
Yeah,
the 5-year due to the cost savings, yes.
Yeah, I think that would be the smartest move for us, is
Yeah.
the 5-year plan.
If I'm able to offer a little better pricing, if I can have a longer term contract.
I don't have any other questions. Do Chris or Lisa, do you have any questions?
You already said this, I think, but, so you'll give us an estimate of services before you perform them, in other words, right?
If there's additional services beyond the scope of the audit, absolutely,
Okay.
yes. Or at least I'll give you an estimate of how many hours I think it'll take and at which staff experience level it requires to do
Right.
it.
Yeah, okay.
And I had him add in another little line in there that wasn't in our previous engagement letter, that if there is to be any work done outside of what we are quoted in, then there has to be some kind of discussion, and we have to approve that additional work. They can't just slap us with a bill, like, with no
But like an
notification.
example would be, I would not just take care of your F-65 that you're required reporting at the end of every year after the audit's done and then send you a bill later. In fact, I don't like doing that for them, and I prefer you did it, but I'm happy to do it for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve a new contract with Yo and Yo. The 5-year contract that's in there, and there is an out, just so
Right,
people
I
know.
was gonna say,
If we're not happy, we can end services,
I
but
can clarify that, the 5-year, that's my 5-year cost proposal, is not a binding 5-year
Right.
contract. It'd be an individual year contract, so you get an engagement letter every year. Yeah.
So, yeah, so I'll entertain a motion to approve a contract with Yo and Yo. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. What's
Thank you.
that?
Now you get the papers.
Yeah.
Yes. You want me to adjourn? No, go ahead. Just go ahead. I'll wait for you to come back. She's gonna grab me those papers, so
We'll take our 2
Great.
minutes.
you got what you need before we even get started.
We'll see what's in there.
Thank you,
And
sir.
then, you were gonna, which you may have already given it to Angela, I think it was after, tonight, provide a letter for us to,
Yes, I haven't done any of that yet. I'll send,
Perfect.
after this, I'll send a contract to sign the engagement letter. Once I have that back, I'll get you letters to send your prior auditor, and we'll move forward from there.
okay, awesome, thank you so much, I look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Take care, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Wait for Angela to get back.
Thank you all.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll wait for Angela to get back, and then we'll move on to item 13.
So how's everyone doing?
This is a little odd one tonight, but we're getting through it.
We're cruising through.
Item 13, well, we'll just, no, I'll wait for it to come back. We didn't know he was leaving right after his thing. He's been here for an hour.
That's why I said we should move him up. Let's not make the poor guy sit.
Yeah. Well, we added the Waterworth thing tonight. We had a chief.
And we've never used them before?
Nope.
I
No,
swear.
no.
Okay.
Nicole has worked with him before at another township, but never here.
Okay.
And he actually came highly recommended by many people, like the firm in general was a very highly recommended firm. And, yeah, I sat and talked to him, met with him, and I think it'll be, yeah. It'll be a good relationship.
Item 13, the annual preventative maintenance agreement for the township warning siren system with West Shore Services. They did increase that a little bit. Our annual amount now went up to $950. I think they said it went up 5%. But it's the annual contract that handles the siren. Do I have a motion to approve the maintenance agreement with West Shore Services?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Right?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to item 14, request to approve the supervisor's recommended appointments to the planning commission. As everybody knows, we passed a new ordinance to form the planning commission so that we're compliant with Michigan state law. I'd like to appoint the following members to the planning commission: Roger Bialik, Lance Surdy, Tom Schweihofer, James Arlo, Carol Cushard, and Ellen Jones. They are 6 of the current members of the current planning commission. I have no intention of changing those right now. We're in the middle of the master plan, so I want to keep as many of the planning commission members that are there on there. Is there any discussion?
I did have one quick question.
Yeah.
And this maybe is the stupid question. Why are all their terms different amounts?
Staggered terms.
Because you have to stagger them.
Okay.
So they're 3-year terms. So I didn't go
That
back.
makes sense, so that. it's
So they're
not
just all
a
3-year
whole-
terms. And they have the option when their term is up, if they want to stay on, or if they want to resign sooner, they can. I mean, I kind of put it close to what we were, as far as who was up when. And then, like I said, so.
Makes sense.
Is there any other discussion?
Well, your chairs are only a year.
What's that?
Your chairs are only 1 year.
The chair is the only one here?
3 chairs, so your chairman and your assistant and then your secretary, they are elected within their group, and they're a 1-year term according to our.
Yeah, they'll pass new bylaws, and those bylaws dictate that they have to elect at the January meeting every year, or the
Right.
first meeting of the year. They have to elect new members.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that hadn't been done in 2 years. So
Right, so in January, they choose their 3.
And
they choose amongst themselves who's going to be the chair, who's going to be the vice chair, and the secretary.
And
Yes.
it's a 1-year term.
Yeah.
And at this time, none of these are they're going to do that again when they meet after the
Yeah.
ordinance goes into effect, which I believe the meeting is
April 1st.
April 1st.
So they'll have 2
So-
meetings in April technically, but we couldn't hold it on the 25th because it's still 3 days before the ordinance takes effect. So the first meeting will be April 1st. They'll have another one the 3rd week of April. So, and that's at the time, that'll be the first meeting of the year. There was really no new business. Nothing on the master plan was ready. So that's it. If there's no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve those 6 appointments. Did you want to, they're all, no, well, not all are here. Ellen is here, Tom Schweihofer is here, and Lance is here. Anybody have any questions for
James.
Oh, and Jim's here.
Perfect timing.
If there's no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please?
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number 15, request to approve attendance and registration for Treasurer DiStefano to the MCAT certification for the cost of $150, training for the treasurer. Anybody have any questions about?
Di Stefano.
Huh?
Di Stefano.
What did I say? DiStefano.
No, you said like Di Stefano or something.
DiStefano, okay, DiStefano. I told you I was gonna have a break for it tonight. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the attendance and registration for Sarah. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 16, review and approve the reimbursement of costs of $1,400 associated with damage to the sewer line related to emergency construction on the water main break located at 7075 River Road. We had a water main break at that residence, and the water main, for some reason, is resting on the sewer line that runs to the house. When they were repairing the main, they damaged the sewer line, they didn't realize it. The homeowners spent 4 or 5 days with multiple plumbers trying to snake out the drain before they could camera it and realized that we collapsed the pipe. I believe we've already repaired that, so we've had to cover the cost, but this cost was incurred at the homeowner at no fault of their own, so they're asking to be reimbursed. Is there any questions?
Yeah, I'm reading Nick's, what was Nick's recommendation on it, to reimburse them?
What's that?
What was Nick's recommendation on it? Was it to reimburse them?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, 100%. We damaged their pipe. They shouldn't have incurred those costs, so, I mean, technically, it is our responsibility to cover those costs.
Okay.
They didn't know that we damaged their pipe, so they paid plumbers to come out, and they just couldn't get through with the snake, and then finally, I don't know if it was cameraed, or if they discovered that it was collapsed, and we had caused it, because it was within a few days of us fixing the water main break there. The tooth on the mini excavator had caught the pipe, and the pipes, so here's the sewer pipe, here's our water main pipe runs right over their pipe. And it's literally, I don't know if he's got the picture in there, did he put the picture?
No, he didn't.
Okay, but it runs right across the top, so it's almost rusty, which isn't a good, I don't know why it was done that way, but that water main must have been put in after that sewer line was in.
Okay.
So, yeah, we just need to, I agree with reimbursement. Do I have any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the reimbursement costs.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 17, request to approve payment to KCI for the remainder costs related to printing and mailing the township assessment notices for the amount of $565.88. Gotta pay the mail bill. Any questions or discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve payment to KCI.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Request to approve resolution R 2026-06, the County Road Commission right-of-way maintenance agreement, and to permit Supervisor Abbey to sign the application on behalf of the township. Any questions or discussion?
It's just something we have to do every year.
Yep. I thought we did it in January. Last year we did it
Yeah,
in January.
last
We
year-
missed it this year.
We did. And they emailed me about us.
Yeah. Well, it's their fault.
It's expired.
Do I have a motion to approve resolution R 2026-06?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 19, request to approve entering into agreement with the St. Clair County Road Commission for swath mowing of local roads for the 2026 season in the amount not to exceed $4,800. The next three are they're all separate, but I'll explain them all at once.
Yeah.
It's part of the matching funds.
If you want to have them all turn to the last page in that section, they can also see what you're explaining through
Okay.
Tammy Milsberg's email, so.
So the back page explains what our match is 27,500, or 850, sorry, 27,850.
There's an email.
So these three add up to 27,850, and they match 27,850. This is our yearly road match. Last year, we spent $94,000 above the match. This year, we're not gonna do that. We've got 77,000 that comes from the local road preservation fund, but that's being directed to Marsh Road, at the request of the road commission. Next year, that can be directed towards, gravel roads as well. It's supposed to go handle paved roads first. The shortcut will be completed this year at a cost of $160,000, of our funds. And those are our road projects this year. The bridge won't be done until 2027 on Arnold Road. We're gonna be discussing the roads. I've already put out to the public that I am not going to renew after the 2027 tax year, the half-mil road assessment. If they wanna keep putting money into the roads beyond what the state is allocating, they're gonna have to vote on it. I just have to make a decision if I'm gonna ask for 1 mil in August and a half mil and then if it doesn't pass for 1 mil, ask for a half mil in November, or if I'm just gonna ask for a half mil. I have to look at the numbers and see if I can make a half mil work. If I can, I'm satisfied with a half mil. We've been getting by with a half mil, and now that the shortcut road project will be done, that's $100,000 a year we don't have to spend. So I just gotta crunch the numbers. Doesn't give us a lot for ditching. We have $4,000 that'll carry over to next year for ditching, for matching funds. And $4,000 doesn't get you far on ditching. So those are the first one's the mowing. So does anybody have any questions on any of those? If not, I'll just zip through them. All right, do I have a motion to approve the agreement with the road commission for the swath mowing of $4,800?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 20 is to approve entering into the agreement with the road commission for the chloride application, not to exceed the $17,027.28. Do I have a motion to approve the chloride application?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 21, request to approve entering into agreement with the St. Clair County Road Commission for the limestone haul on local roads for the 2026 season, not to exceed the county match money available to us in the amount of $6,057.72. Do I have a motion to approve that?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. And I believe on the 16th, if anybody wants to be here in the morning, I can call Dan back and he can have the van. We can tour the roads and see the condition of the roads and what roads need to be directed at first. If anybody wants to be here, we'll be here at 8 a.m. on the 16th.
I'll have to remember not to bring my coffee with me because it'll spill over.
That's a whole nother discussion. I get beat up on Facebook over that one. Moving on to item 22, request to reimburse DPW Nick Jarski for attendance at annual MRWA Quality Conference on March 18th to the 21st in the amount of $450. Usually we pay the attendance and New Baltimore pays the hotel fees. So,
Isn't it the other way around?
are we paying the hotel
I
fee?
don't know.
It's one or the other. We split it with New Baltimore. They pay half and we pay half.
That works out.
Huh?
That works out.
Yeah, it does, actually. Is there any questions or discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to reimburse Mr. Jarski for that attendance.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item number 23, request to approve the 2026 contract with Leo's Pest Control for the township. Shortcut Road Park in the amount of $575. It's
What
just,
I don't,
is it just for the park? I thought that,
this is just for the park. If you look on the contract, it says Cottrellville Township.
Recreation.
For
Oh, the play
Township
park and pavilion.
Play area and pavilion.
so he must give us the second one for when he does the
Yeah.
building.
Last year, he separated them out, and this year, I mean, I'm assuming he separated them out as well, but then forgot to give us the second.
Either that or I forgot to print the second one.
Okay.
I might have forgot. I was trying to get into that because that was a Google account that I don't have access to.
Right. Well,
So.
that'll have to be on the next meeting.
Well, then, yeah, if we have to do the other one at the next meeting, we'll do that at the next meeting. So, is there any questions or discussion on the contract with
I'd like to find out from him, it doesn't specify anything about the building now over there. Is he going to be doing any kind of around the building?
Oh, yeah, we should probably
Yeah,
get that taken care of.
yes.
Or do we ask him to do a whole separate pest management for the building itself?
Yeah, let's have them do a
To
separate one
keep
for
the
the
price,
building.
yeah.
Because this one can come out of Parks and Rec.
Well,
Well, wouldn't
the
the
building
all
will
would
come
come out of
out
Parks
Parks and
and
Rec, so
Rec,
no,
yeah.
like, they can be on one then. They're both coming out of the same fund, right?
So do we want to table this until the meeting on the 31st when we have the budget meeting and
ask him to update it to
Yeah.
include?
So we're tabling this.
I need a motion to table?
Yeah, I'll
We'll get
make
some
the motion to
clarification.
table.
Do I have a second? I'll second. All in favor by roll call vote, please.
Greg?
Yes.
Angela, yes. Sarah?
Yes.
Lisa?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.
Motion carries. I'm glad we switched the meetings to 6:30. Moving on, item A, public comments. Now is the time for anybody that's in the audience that would like to come up, say something, good, bad, indifferent, complaints, congratulations, nothing. I'm opening that up at 7:56. If no one wants to come up, I'll close that at 7:56. Move on to board comments and announcements. I'll start down at this end. Lisa, anything you want to announce? Or?
I just want to say thank you to the planning commissioners. I appreciate your work in our township. I know it's sometimes feels like it's probably thankless, but we appreciate your work very much. And also, Georgia, I didn't realize you were part of the Metropolitan Planning Committee. That's excellent. I know you're an advocate for our community, and we appreciate your work. And I noticed that her term's coming up at the end of the year. I hope she applies to be a part of that committee again, because she's definitely a positive advocate for our community.
Sarah?
No, I'm good.
Chris?
Nothing good.
The roads, no. Angela, you got nothing? Well, I'll go with the written ones first. We're always looking for volunteers for the different committees. I'm still looking for some more people for the Parks and Rec Committee. Give me a call, shoot me an email. We got the Easter egg hunt event coming up on March 28th from noon to 2. Put together in partnership with Memories in Motion. I'll have the petting zoo out there again. They got a bunch of eggs they're going to be hiding out there for the kids. Come on out to that. I put a Facebook post out about the Hoods, Tunes, and Brews and picking between July and September and 1 or 2 days. You still got time to put out information on that, but I'm leaning towards the weekend of September 12th and 13th. Doing a 2-day event, doing 1-day tractors and a farm show, and then doing the Sunday car show, but have bands both days. I got a bunch of bands contacting me, beating down the door to come play for us. So that'll be amazing. Hopefully, Clay, we can get their stage for it this year. And then, other than that, I got nothing else. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Adjourn at 7:59. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The preceding program was produced by CTV Community Television. CTV Community Television is supported by the cities of Marine City and St. Clair, East China Township, Cottrellville Township, and the East China School District.